Hello students, welcome to the video lessons of Mathematics Literacy, Creative and Critical Thinking Practice Questions. Today we are going to do two questions based on CCT. So let us begin. Question number 1. Here you see a photograph of a farmhouse with a roof in the shape of a pyramid. So generally in CCT based questions, a diagram is given or a picture is given and the question is based on that picture or diagram or graph sometimes. So here it is written that this is a farmhouse and its roof is in the form of a pyramid. The shape of the roof is a pyramid. Okay. Now below is a student's mathematical model of the farmhouse roof with measurement added. So what a student has done is he has drawn this roof on a paper and also he has written the dimension of the edges of this roof. Okay. So you can see as we generally make diagrams in mathematics, he has also made a diagram of the above picture, above problem. So what is given here is the attic floor, this floor, ABCD, you can see ABCD. In the model is a square. Okay. So this is a square, ABCD is a square according to the question. So it means that all the edges are equal, that is AB, BC, CD and AD all are 12 meter in length. So this is also 12 meter and this is also 12 meter, right? The beams that support the roof are the edges of a block rectangular prism EFGHKLMN. Okay, the vertices EFGHKLMN is the middle of AT. So E is the midpoint of this edge AT. F is the middle of BT. F is the midpoint of edge BT. G is the middle of CT. Okay. And H is the middle of DT. So it is given that E is the midpoint of AT and F is the midpoint of BT and G is the midpoint of CT and H is the midpoint of DT. Okay. All the edges of the pyramid in the model have length 12 meters. So the edges, all the edges are of 12 meter in length. That is AT is 12, BT is 12, CT is 12, DT is 12 and this AB, BC, CD, AD all are 12 meter in length. Now let us say after understanding this what they are asking us. So question number 1.1 says calculate the area of the attic floor ABCD. So in the question they are asking us to find this area of the floor. Okay. So we know that this floor is a square because we are looking at a 3D figure, therefore it is looking like a parallelogram, but if we look at from the top it will look like a square. Okay, so since it is given that ABCD is a square, so there is no doubt in it, and all the sides of this square are 12 meter in length. So what is the area of the square? The area of the square is side square. So the area is 12 square, simply 12 square, and 12 square means 144. So the answer will be 144 and the unit is meter. So the unit of area will be meter square. So 144 meter square. Okay, a simple question, very simple question. We all know how to find area of the square, that is side square. So it is 12 square, that is 144. Okay. So before proceeding, let us clean this page. Okay. All right. Now what is the next question? It says calculate the length of EF. Calculate the length of EF. This length we want to find. Okay. So there is a theorem in triangles, and what is that theorem? I'll just first tell you the statement, the name of the theorem. The statement goes like this: if there is a triangle, let us say the name of the triangle is ABC. Okay. And the midpoint of side AC is P and midpoint of side AB is Q. On joining PQ, we'll get a line segment PQ. So the theorem says that when we join the midpoints of two sides of a triangle, okay, midpoints P and Q we have joined. When we join midpoints of two sides of a triangle, then the line segment obtained is always parallel to the third side, and in length it is always equal to half of the length of third side. Okay, so P is the midpoint of AC, Q is the midpoint of AB. We have joined PQ. We have obtained a line segment. This line segment is parallel to CB according to the theorem, and its length is always half of CB. So if CB is 10, then this PQ will be 5. This theorem is called midpoint theorem. So if you have studied it, it is okay. If you haven't, I have explained it to you. Here also in this triangle, E is the midpoint of this side AT and F is the midpoint of this side BT, and on joining these midpoints I've got this line segment EF. So according to the theorem, this EF will be parallel to AB, first point, and second, this EF line segment EF, its length will be half of that of AB. So this length will be 6 meters because this is 12, so that will be 6 meters. So while writing the answer, also explain, just simply write because of midpoint theorem. Okay, so this is the answer of the second question. So in this question, basically what we have learned is midpoint theorem. Area of square was very easy, it is side square. Let us proceed towards question number 2, and question number 2 is about walking. So see, even in simple situations, we can apply mathematics. We can always apply mathematics. So here the simple concept is of walking, and on walking a mathematical question has been developed. Okay, so like this in your real life problems you can always apply mathematics. So the question says the picture shows the footprints of a man walking. Okay, these are the footprints of a man walking. The pace length P. Now this is very important. What is pace length? The pace length P is the distance between the rear of two consecutive footprints. So we have taken two consecutive footprints and their rear part, back part. So this is the back part of this footprint and this is the back part of the second footprint, the consecutive footprint. And if with a scale you measure this length, this is the pace length and it is represented by capital P. Okay. So two consecutive footprints, okay, this we have read. For men, the formula is n by p is equal to 140. Okay, here it is given as n by p is equal to 140, but actually when we study mathematical modeling in higher standards, the formula is n by p is equal to 144. But okay, we'll follow this question. If in the question it is given 140, then we'll follow this only. Okay. But in general, we use this formula in higher mathematics, in mathematical modelings, this formula is used. And for females, the formula is different. Okay. So let us start now. So this gives an approximate relationship between n and p. And what is n? N is number of steps per minute. And what is p? P is the length of this pace, or also we can call it as pace length. Okay. This length is p and n means number of steps per minute. So n by p is equal to 140. This formula is given to you. The question will be based on this formula only. So let us start. Question number 1, 2.1. If the formula applies to Hiko's walking and Hiko takes 70 steps per minute. So what is this 70? See, steps per minute is n. So n is 70. Okay. What is Hiko's pace length? So pace length is asked. Pace length means p. What is p? This is the question. So now we'll just apply first formula and we will get the answer. So the formula says n by p is equal to 170. Okay. So n is 70. N by p is 140, so n is 70, p is unknown, and 140, like this you can write. Okay, now what we'll do, simple calculation, we'll take the speed towards a right side. So 70 is equal to 140p, right? 0 cancelled by 0, and now we'll also 7 1 the 7, 7 2 the 14 we can do, and now 1 is equal to 2p, and what we'll do with this 2, we'll take this 2 at the LHS in the denominator, so it will be 1 by 2 is equal to p. So the base length p is in this case 1 by 2, that is 0.5. You can divide it and get 0.5. This is 0. Okay, 0.5, it is in meters. So p is 0.5 meters, right? Or 1 by 2 meter, that is also correct. Understood? So in the first question, n was given and we found p with this formula, with the help of this formula, right? So n is 70, 70 by p is equal to 140 as given, p taken towards RHS, 0 cancelled by 0, 7 2 is 14, 2 taken towards LHS, so 1 by 2 is equal to p, 1 by 2 is 0.5 meter. The answer is 0.5 meter. Okay. Let us see the second question. So the second question says Bernard knows his pace length. So this time p is given, p is 0.8 meter. The formula applied to Bernard's walking, calculate Bernard's walking speed in meters. Okay, speed we have to tell. Alright. So first of all, we'll apply this formula. The formula says n by p. So by p means 0.80, or we can just write 0.8 is equal to 140. So from here we'll find n. Okay, so what we'll do, simply we'll take this 0.8 towards RHS, so n is equal to 140 into 0.8, and 0.8 can be written as 8 by 10 as well. So instead of 0.8 I am writing it as 8 by 10. You can write 0.8 whatever way you like it, and after cancelling 0 with 0, it will be 8 4s are 32 and 8 1s are 8 plus 3, so 11. So n is 112. It means in 1 minute Bernard takes 112 steps. Okay, so how much distance does he cover in a minute? This is the question first of all. So a simple thing, in a minute he is taking 112 steps, and one step is equal to 0.8 meter. Okay, so the total distance covered in 1 minute will be 112 into 0.8. Let us make it simple for you. Let us say in a minute you are taking 50 steps. Okay, in a minute you are taking 50 steps. Let us say in a minute you are taking 50 steps. In one step you are covering half meter. Let us say your stride is small, your pace length is small, and in one step you are covering half meter. So in 50 steps, how much distance you will cover? So what you will do, you will simply multiply 50 with half, that is 25 meters you will cover. Similarly, this person is taking 112 steps in 1 minute, and each step is 0.8 meter long. Okay, so the total distance will be 112 into 0.8. And again, either you can write it as 8 by 10 or let it be 0.8 and multiply. It is according to your convenience. So 8 2s are 16, then 8 1s are 8, 9, and simple multiplication we have to do. 896 upon 10 meters. Okay, so 8 2s are 16, 8 1s are 8, 1 carried, that is 9, and then 8 1s are 8, 896 upon 10 meters. So this is the distance he covers in 1 minute. So what is the formula of speed? The formula of speed is distance divided by time. Okay, so distance is this much, 896 by 10 or 89.6, and divide by time is 1 minute. So if we divide it by 1, no changes will be there, and it is meter per minute. Okay, it is in meter per minute. So the speed is 896 by 10 or 89.6 meter per minute. So the question also says find the speed in kilometer per hour. So there is a simple way to convert the speed from meter per minute to kilometers per hour. First of all, I'll tell you the shortcut method, then I'll explain how it comes. So if something is, if let us say you have x meter per minute, okay, you have x meter per minute and you want to convert it into kilometer per hour. So there are two ways. First way is divide x by 16.67. So it will be converted into kilometer per hour. First way is this. So students generally don't like this because dividing by 16.67 is a bit tough. Or what you can do is multiply this x with 3 by 50. 3 by 50. So eventually it will give you the same thing, 3 by 50, 16.67, and then again the same thing. So this is how you can convert meter per minute into kilometer per hour. And why this 3 by 50 or 16.67? The reason is quite clear. I'll just explain you once and then you can apply it. So let us say we have 1 meter in 1 minute. This is our speed. Okay, and we want to convert it into kilometer per hour. So in 1 meter we have 1 by 1000 kilometers. Okay. So 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter and 1 meter is equal to 1 by 1000 kilometer. Similarly, in 1 minute we have 1 by 60 hours. So this is the logic I am explaining, whatever I have told you earlier, logic behind it. So 1 meter per minute I am converting into kilometer per hour. So first of all I have divided 1 by 1000. So 1 meter is equal to 1 by 1000 kilometer, and then 1 minute is equal to 1 by 60 hours. Now what we can do is take the 60 at the top and 1000 at the denominator. So this is 60 by 1000 kilometer per hour. Okay, and on cancelling 0 0 and then 2 3s are 6 and 2 50s are 100, you'll get this 3 by 50. The logic I have explained you. So 1 minute per meter is equal to 3 by 50 kilometer per hour, and well, for any x meter per minute you have to multiply this with that x and you will get your final answer. So same we need to do here. I leave the calculation for you, but 896 by 10, I'll just write it here, 896 by 10 or 89.6, again it is up to you how you like it, multiplied by 3 by 50. So there are several ways to do this. First multiply this, then divide by 5, very simple, and then just put decimal before 2 places. That can be one way of solving it. So 6 3s are 18, and then 3 9s are 27, plus 1 28, and then 8 3s are 24 and 2 26, and divide by 500. Simply divide by 5. Okay, so always while calculating, once again recheck. Okay, most of the time while correcting the papers I have checked that students are doing calculation mistakes. It may be because sometimes you are in a pressure of thinking too much, then you do silly mistakes. So to avoid it, let's check it once again. 6 3s are 18, so 8, 1 carried, 9 3s are 27, 27 plus 1 28, then 8 3s are 24 plus 2 26. So correct, it is 2688, and then divided by 5 and 2 zeros at the denominator, means after getting the answer. This I am leaving for you. You can just calculate it simply after getting the answer. Before 2 places from the right you put a decimal, and that will be your final answer in kilometer per hour. So I guess this is the end of today's video lesson. Thank you.